Do you remember that feeling of a brand new school year, a fresh notebook, a new backpack, a new schedule, maybe even a new outfit you couldn't wait to wear on the first day? There's something exciting about a fresh start. It's that feeling of thinking this year is going to be different, or this year I'm going to do things better. But if we're being honest, a new school year, it could bring a lot of different emotions. There's excitement, but there can also be nervousness, wondering if you'll make new friends, wondering if your classes will be harder, wondering if you'll be able to keep up with everything. I remember those very same feelings. And when I look back, I realized some of the most important lessons I learned in school weren't just what I was studying in the classroom. They were the lessons about becoming responsible, managing my time, communicating with others, building that confidence, and learning how to handle challenges. And the truth is, those are the skills I'm using even today. Because life doesn't suddenly become easy once you graduate. The habits we build when we're younger often become the foundation for how we handle work, relationships, responsibilities, and opportunities throughout life, later on in life. That's why starting the school year strong is about more than just good grades. It's about becoming the kind of person who is prepared, confident, and willing to grow. So, whether you're starting a new grade, entering a new school year, or simply looking for a fresh start, let's talk about some ways you can set yourself up for success this year. We're going to start with your mindset. The first step is in starting the school year off strong, it can begin with how you think about yourself. A lot of times we walk into a new school year carrying old stories about ourselves. Maybe you've told yourself, I'm not good at this subject. I'm not organized. I always procrastinate. I'm not confident. But the beautiful thing about growth is that you're not stuck where you are. Psychologist Carol Dweck talks about something called a growth mindset. That's the belief that our abilities can improve through effort, learning, and persistence. Instead of saying, I can't do this, try saying, I'm still learning. Instead of thinking, uh, I'm just not good at that, ask yourself, what can I do to improve? Starting strong doesn't mean you have everything figured out. It means you're willing to learn, try, and keep going even when things get difficult. Next, we're going to talk about creative habits that make life a little bit easier. One thing I wish I understood earlier is that success is often less about motivation and more about having good habits. There will be days when you don't feel motivated. There will be days when you're tired, distracted, or just overwhelmed. That's when having simple routines can make a big difference. Think about the small things that um, will help your future self. Preparing your backpack the night before. It prevents chaos in the morning. Keeping track of your assignments instead of waiting until the last minute. Taking a few minutes to look at your schedule, anything that's upcoming. Breaking big projects into smaller steps. It can help with becoming overwhelmed. These things may seem simple, but small actions repeated over time create big results. Organization isn't about being perfect. It's about creating a system that helps you feel more in control. Next, you want to learn to manage your time. One of the biggest life skills you can develop during a school year is learning how to manage your time. The reality is everyone has the same 24 hours in a day. What makes a difference is how we choose to use that time. There will always be things competing for your attention. You have homework, activities, friends, family, entertainment, social media. The goal isn't to remove fun from your life. Fun is important. Reset is important. Spending time with people you care about is important. The goal is learning balance. Ask yourself, what needs my attention first? What choice will help the future version of me? Sometimes success is simply choosing to finish what needs to be done before doing what you want to do. That one habit can make a huge difference. You want to take ownership of your success. And that's very important. Another important part of starting the school year off strong is learning to take responsibility for your growth. That means understanding that your success is something you have a role in creating. If you don't understand something, ask questions. If you're struggling, reach out for help. If you make a mistake, learn from it. Too often, people wait until a problem becomes overwhelming before they seek support. But asking for help is not a weakness, it is a sign of maturity. The people who grow the most are not the people who never struggle. They're the people who are willing to recognize what they need and then they take action. You want to be intentional about who you are. You want to surround yourself with um, people that are more than academics. It's about relationships and people who influence you. The people around you can affect your confidence, your choices, and the way you see yourself. You want to choose friends who encourage you, who respect you, and want to see you succeed. But also remember this, you don't have to change who you are to fit in. The right people will appreciate you for who you are while encouraging you to become even better. Confidence comes from knowing your worth and staying true to your values. As you begin this school year, I want you to take a moment and think about a few questions. Who do you want to become this year? What is one habit you want to improve? What is one choice you can make today that will help the you of tomorrow? A strong school year doesn't happen because of one big decision. It happens because the small choices you make every day and you keep going at it. You keep showing up. You keep trying. You learn from mistakes. You take responsibility. You believe that you're capable of growth. So remember, you don't have to wait to be for a perfect moment to become the better version of yourself. A new school year is a new opportunity to start strong. So before you go, if you enjoyed this lesson, take a moment to like the video and subscribe to Life Skills with Love. I'd also like to hear what is one habit you want to build this school year. Share it with me in the comments so others can be encouraged.